Ich freue mich sehr, dass dieses Event hier passiert in unserem schönen Kino mit Unterstützung der Biennale.
Please join us in welcoming to Vienna the great David Lynch.
Time. Time is the most fantastic thing. They say time is a conception to measure eternity. It's interesting to think about time. You can go forwards and backwards in cinema. And cinema, I always say, is sound and picture moving together in time. So this thing of how fast or slow it goes, it's so much like music in many ways. And when things are introduced, when they come back, and just the flow of time is a thing that cinema works with. And that's something I think about. But all this thinking is based on the ideas that come. So if an idea comes and it has something to do with, when you get an idea, you see it, you feel it, you hear it, and it indicates how to go. And you can fall in love with these ideas for the idea, and you can also fall in love for the way cinema could translate that idea. And whenever you're going along translating the idea, you're feeling that idea, and it indicates the speed, sometimes very, very fast and violent, sometimes very, very slow. It indicates the loud and the soft to get it to feel correct based on the idea. So the ideas come, and I'll tell you, I was just saying this morning about Blue Velvet. For instance, Blue Velvet, I was going along, zero ideas. And I happened to listen once again to Bobby Vinton's version of the song Blue Velvet, a song that I didn't particularly care for when it first came out. But on hearing it again, a mood comes from it. It holds some kind of promise, but I don't know what it is. I just say I'm gravitating to this song, there's something in there. The next thing came along was just a mental image of red lips and green lawns at night. But the lips had a feeling, and the green lawns had a feeling, and that feeling married to that song. And it started just kind of talking. And the next thing I know, popping into my mind, is an ear crawling with ants, severed in a vacant lot, and a man finding it. And it goes like that. It just goes like that. One thing hooks to another, and a thing starts forming. And then one day, there's the finished script, which is a blueprint for the film. It's not the film, it's a blueprint. And you translate that. Roy Orbison, the Big O. I grew up in the 50s, and I loved Roy Orbison then. I was in a cab with Kyle MacLachlan, and we were going through Central Park. We just had a rehearsal with Isabella Rossellini, and we were headed to the airport to go to Wilmington, North Carolina, where Dino had a studio. Going through Central Park, on the cab radio came the song Crying. And I hear this song and I say, oh, this is so fantastic. I wonder if it lives in Blue Velvet. Because all the thinking then was on Blue Velvet. And I got down to Wilmington, got Roy Orbison's greatest hits, started listening to it, Loved it crying once again, but found in dreams, which just lit my brain up. Fireworks in the brain. I said, this is it. Fell in love with In Dreams by Roy Orbison. It finally got the rights, got it in the film, and later, after the film was released, Roy Orbison saw this film, and he was kind of devastated how In Dreams was used. He was a little bit upset because this song meant something totally different to him, a very personal song. So, but his friends said, Roy, this is kind of a cool thing, and please see it again if you can, in a different light. And bless his heart, Roy went a second time and saw the film, and he came out and he said, you guys are right. This is okay with me. This is really kind of good. Roy and I do transcendental meditation. And so we went into this little room, and I got to meditate with the great Roy Orbison. Thank you all very, very much.